Hi everybody, it's Al Quackenbush with the SoCal Bowhunter. Today we're going to work on a DIY project that'll hopefully help you guys out that are shooting a high poundage bow and the Victory VAP arrows. I switched to the VAPs this year, and the reason I switched is I heard they were incredibly durable. I've seen a lot of testing on them, plus they're designed to blow through just about anything they hit. Animal, target, you name it. And that's the dilemma I've been having this year, is I've been shooting these arrows and they're blowing right through just about every target that I'm shooting. I'm shooting a Strother Wrath SHO this year, set at 70 pounds, and it's with the high draw weight and the Victory VAP arrows, they have the ice coating on them. I'm blowing through every single target, or I'm just burying the arrows right up to the fletching. I've shot some top of the line brand name targets, brand new off the shelf, and shot 20, 30, 40, 50 arrows into them, and almost every one of them is burying right up to the fletching. I started looking at buying a different target. Some of these targets range from $120 to $160, and right now I did not have that kind of money to spend. I had a perfectly good block classic, this condensed foam target, and even though it's condensed foam, it slows the arrows down quite a bit, just not quite as much as I want them to. I'm getting about 24 inches of penetration on these arrows, and I'd like to only get 16 to 18 so that they're easier to pull out of the target. So, over the past couple of years, when we go to the archery range, we've been using some foam flooring, 3-4 pieces bound together to slow down our arrows in front of the hay bales that are there. And with the foam flooring I'm talking about is like the garage floor interlocking foam, or the foam that you find, at a gym floor. Just so happens my wife was driving down the street and someone was getting rid of a dozen of these, so I lucked out. I didn't have to spend a penny. And this is what they look like. You can see they've got the interlocking, so you can piece them together. And you can see it'll cover up the face of this target pretty well. The target's only 18 inches. These are about 24. It'll work out pretty well. You can find, if you have to buy those, you can find them at Harbor Freight here in Southern California for about $10 for a 4-pack. You can probably find them at a lot of other places for about the same price. Pretty good price. Even $10 for 4 of those would be better for me than $160 for a brand new target. So, what you're going to need 1 or 2 pieces of that foam flooring. I'm going to start with one, and if I have to add another, I will. You're going to need some Gorilla Glue or any other polyurethane glue. Gorilla Glue seems to be the best for all of the foam projects that I've worked on. Part of the reason I like this is it's polyurethane. It'll expand, but it won't eat the foam that's back here. It'll just adhere to it pretty well. Don't use super glue or anything like that. It'll chew up the foam and it won't last very long. You'll need a marker or something that'll help you, trace the outline of the target when you lay it against it. And you'll need a sharp knife or a good strong pair of scissors. A knife's probably going to work a lot better. So we're going to test this out, see if this project will work. We'll try it with 1, then go to 2. I'll shoot it here in my backyard at about 10 yards, and then I'll go to the archery range later and I'll try it out to about 60 and make sure that that's where it's going to really slow down the arrow. One of the first things that I did with the target and with the foam is I actually washed it with soap and water. I want to make sure that all the dirt and crud that I can get off of it is off of it, and then let it completely dry. And if this project works, I'm going to try it actually on my 3D pig target and see if that'll work as well. Now I'm just going to use a piece of wood here as a backing, so I don't cut into any concrete, and then just use my Kershaw blade here, just cut into it. A couple other quick things that you might need for this project that I definitely recommend. Something heavy to set on top of the foam after you've glued it so that it compresses as much as possible. I'm going to use a pretty dense piece of shelving here to lay on top of it. That'll give it some extra weight. And then don't tell my wife, but I'm gonna use one of her planters as well to set on top of. One more thing you guys are gonna need is a little bit of water. I just grabbed a little water bottle here, and you're gonna need to lightly dampen each side of the what you're gluing, putting the Gorilla Glue on. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little of my hand, sprinkle it around. Especially on this foam. Same thing on this one. Take it here. Alright, now that that's all done, get out the Gorilla Glue here. I'm just gonna get some right along the edge. I definitely want the edges bonded. Now that I've got that on there, put these pieces together right here. Alright, so I waited an hour, and we'll take this stuff off and see what it looks like. Alright, so I've given the glue plenty of time to cure. The first layer is secured to the actual block target, and we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to shoot a few arrows into it and see what happens. Well, as you can see, I'm still getting plenty of penetration, and I'm getting a little bit less, but I think that I'm going to need to add at least 2 more layers of foam. Alright, so I made it over here to the El Dorado Park archery range today, and as you can see my target back there, I've got it set at 50 yards. 50 yards should be plenty of distance for me to test out this target and make sure it can slow down these Victory VAP arrows. There is quite a bit of a breeze. I know I said I was going to try it out to 60 yards. I'll do that on another day. 50 yards will be plenty today. And then I'll move into 40 and 30 and we'll check it out there too. So let's shoot and see what happens. I achieved exactly what I was trying to do, and that was to reduce the penetration of the Victory VAP arrows into my target. Every target that I've tried so far, the arrows have almost gone through or gone up to the fletching. This block target was the only one that slowed him down quite a bit. I wanted him to slow down even more and not penetrate so far. And as you can see, it's perfect. I mean, I could pull these out of the target really easily, and I'm still left with a good 8 inches sticking out of the target. So I'm getting about 20 inches of penetration, which is fine. That's still a lot less than 24 to 26 inches of penetration. So as you can see, for about you know, the 15 bucks that it would have cost me for the 4 pieces of foam and for the Gorilla Glue, I've got myself a brand new target. I saved myself anywhere from $100 to $160 on a brand new target, just by spending a little time planning it out and gluing some pieces of flooring foam together and gluing them to the target. This should last me a good portion of this year, and hey, if it doesn't, I just go buy some new foam and put it on here. So I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with how things turned out. Like I said, I was shooting the the Strother Wrath SHO at 70 pounds, and the Victory VAP arrows with the ice coating. So as you can see, I'm getting plenty of kinetic energy, and with that ice coating on there, it was getting into the target pretty well. As you can see, I'm also shooting the just the regular VAPs that don't have the ice coating, and I'm still getting plenty of penetration with those as well. But even those pull out with no problem. So overall, it's a big success, and I'm happy with it. So if you guys decide to attempt this, shoot me your pictures, pros, cons. I'd love to hear from you and hear what you think. Again, it's the SoCal Bowhunter down here in Southern California, and good luck.